She got a fat ass, but she got Viking skin like this bitch.
So like, when you say fat ass, not like because you like a lot of white girls. Like, are we talking like white girl? Well,
white girl fat.
White girl fat.
Are we talking about like what kind of fat?
Standard for fat ass?
Because like
black girls.
when you around so many white women, you know what I'm saying?
Like queen.
You determine
right.
a fat ass is something different.
That is true.
Like,
right.
Because my white coworker will be like, "Damn, her ass is fat," and I'm like,
"What?" Right? Yeah.
Little ass flapjacks. What the fuck is we talking about?
I was talking to my homeboy about that. Like, you was talking about a girl in the gym. She alright. She ain't fat.
So basically, you talking about like when I say fat, like, am I talking about like fat for a white girl that she got like a black girl ass, like something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's yeah. She got an ass like a black girl.
Okay.
And and it's it's natural too. Obviously, she got a little bit of cellulite in there. But plus, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Me personally, it don't even matter about race, nothing like that. I prefer women that have kids. It's not about the kids for me. That's great. That's fine. Your little angel, whatever. Enjoy your little bundle of love. But bitches that have kids, 9 times out of 10, their bodies are more natural.
Oh, that's what
and I can appreciate that. Stretch marks and all, I don't care. That I like a woman that has kids because I know that most of them, that their body been through some shit. But at the same time, like, but it's not. When I say some shit, like, it's been through some shit that's natural. That's supposed to happen. And women who have kids, yes, some of them they don't like their body after they had kids, but then some people they bounce back, and then some people bounce back a little bit. But either way, their body is still natural, and I can appreciate that. A little bit of tummy, that shit don't bother me. Stretch marks, that shit don't fucking bother me. It's you natural. You like a little fucking fluffy pillow. Let's get some fruit snacks and watch some fucking TV, and I'll fuck the shit out you while your son taking a nap. Like,
man.
Like I like moms. I like mom bods. They hot to me. I got a
MILFs.
Shirt. Yes, MILFs, cougars, all
MILFs,
of them.
pogs. Right. Pogs.
Shit.
That's unique.
Lonely MILF gets fucked.
Yeah, that's pretty unique. I can't.
Somebody actually told me that's probably what I would go to jail for. Probably fucking somebody's wife and a dude trying to beat me up.
Oh yeah, that's.
I can see it. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't be mad at me if your wife is on me. That's between you and God. I'm just here for a good time.
Nah, that's risky.
Hey, look,
that's risky. Wife, that's tough, especially if you go over her crib.
If a woman invites me over her crib, knowing that she's married, knowing that she shares a home,
you gonna go?
Depending on the bitch, yes. Because at the end of the day, if you don't respect your relationship in your home, where you have your family and your husband at, enough to bring me to your home to fuck you under your husband's nose without him knowing, if you don't got respect for your home and your husband, why the fuck should I respect you or your relationship? It may seem fucked up, but at the end of the day, that's just how I'm thinking. Why should I respect you and your relationship if you don't even respect it yourself? If you respected, even had any kind of respect, whether your husband knew about it or not, you would at least respect that man's home and his space and take me somewhere else or have me meet you somewhere else to fuck you. But you don't. I'm here in your house where you and your husband lay your head, where your kids lay their head, and I'm fucking the shit out you. When he come home, he ain't gonna know what the fuck happened. But who can he be mad at? He can't be mad at me. He can have an attitude to him, but you can't be mad at me. Look at your woman first. Not my problem.
Yeah, that's tough. I can't go.
I can't
go in a white house. If she came to my house, it's different.
Doing a thing for some pussy.
But see, that's the thing, though. At the same time, I wouldn't have somebody's wife come to my house. Because now, that puts me at a liability. If that motherfucker found out about me, and instead of him checking his wife, he won't come and try and check me. No, man, because you can come to this house if you want to, but that's going to be, somebody going to die, somebody going to go to jail, and neither one of them going to be me. Don't come to me about your bitch and her mistakes. You go to your bitch about her mistakes. You take that up with her. Don't bring that shit to my house.
You sound like Sharp.
Like, nigga, what?
No, you sound like Sharp.
Oh, Sharp, yeah.
like, bro, I just here for some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Ain't my fault she don't respect you in this house.
That's tight.
This is what it is. I don't care.
I mean, everything he's saying, it's not wrong, and it sounds great. It's not wrong. One, it sounds good. Two, is it gonna happen that way? Hell no. Like when it comes to the whole people dying and shit, that's a whole different story. That's between you and whatever decisions you make. But that nigga's gonna come after you too, no doubt. Like it takes a thorough, you got to be in a different type of mind space to be able to keep your cool enough to ignore this nigga and focus on what you got going on with your wife. On top of the fact that a lot of dudes ain't gonna put their hands on a woman. And you right there, you free, like, you know what I'm saying? So nigga is gonna take his anger out. So if you get caught in somebody else's house
Naked.
where yeah,
Well, for one, I would never allow myself to be fully naked in a house where I know that this is where you and your husband are. Like I said, you don't respect that.
Oh, you
space.
prepared?
Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna wear something loose so I can get my joint out, get it in, get out, and get the fuck out. And if I need to scram, I'm skedaddling out the window. I'm gonna yeet that. I'm a swan dive out that bitch. I don't care. Either that,
tuck and roll.
Either that, and I swear to God. And I've told people.
You ever had to do that? Like run out somebody else because their boyfriend or husband was coming home?
No, but I've definitely acted gay to get out of a situation. Swear to God. You think I'm joking, y'all? I'm not playing, bro.
We rolling?
Yeah, we already
Tell that story.
we already in.
Pause.
Oh yeah.
So basically what happened was I'm at this chick house and this is her place, but her boyfriend was there all the time, whatever. And I asked her before, like, we even went to her house. I said, like, you with somebody? She was like, yeah, I got a boyfriend, but like he always be working, he always be away, he don't fuck me, he don't do nothing, like he don't give me no attention or nothing. I'm like, okay, so I see what's going on here. You lonely. That's cool. I can respect that. Now I'm gonna give you what you want and I'm gonna be the fuck on my way. So we at her house, chilling. And something told me that day, do not wear no fucking jeans. I said, all right, I ain't wear no jeans. I ain't wear no jeans, bro. I just wore some fucking basketball shorts, motherfucking tank top, put my turban on. I looked like I was ready to go in the jail yard or some shit. I was chilling. I had my shoes on. Go in the house, we chilling. She said, you want a snack? I said, yeah, I'll take a little snack, whatever.
What kind of snack you get?
She made like some little pizza rolls, I was like, all right, it's cool.
Little vibe.
Little pizza rolls. And she was like, you want something to drink? I said, what you drink? Yeah, that bitch was hot. But nah, like, so she was like, you want something to drink? I said, yeah. I said, what you got? She said, I got Sprite, I got wine. She said, I got some whiskey too. I said, I stop right there. I want the whiskey. Give me that. Pour a little bit of Coke in and put that bitch on ice. We get to talking, eating the snacks and everything. And I said, all right. I said, you ready to get into it? She said, you ain't got to tell me twice. I said, all right, bet. Well, brought her over to me, get the rubbing on the cheeks, everything, full 9. Went over the couch, get the blowing the shit out. Next thing I know, like 10 minutes later, hear the keys in. I'm like, oh shit, mind you, I ain't take my shoes off, I ain't take nothing off. I just pulled my shit straight down with ham. And I'm like, all right, I got 2 options. I can be a thug and be like, yo, sorry, nigga. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. And there's a little Hispanic dude, too. So I definitely wasn't fucking worried. Not saying it, but I'm just saying.
You're like, them niggas ain't dangerous.
No, they dangerous. But when I seen like the little pictures of them like that they got in the house, I was like, I wasn't worried. Like this nigga, he don't look like he'll hurt a fly. So, but at the same time, I'm not gonna underestimate him because I don't know him. Mm-hmm. So I took the precaution. I said, shit, I'll pull my shit up real quick.
So either you could be a thug or
as I was at gate, and I was like, because I don't know this nigga and I don't know what he built like, nothing like that. Even though, like I said, he looked like he wasn't really about nothing. So I said, fuck it. So I went to the bathroom, and all I hear is, who the fuck's in my bathroom? Why I smell like that in here? And I'm like, oh shit, no bullshit. I balled my shirt up, flipped that motherfucker around, sagged my motherfucking shorts, did a little feminine walk, and I was like, hey, how you doing? I swear to God, dude. And he was like, oh, do I know you? I was like, mm-mm. And she was like, oh yeah, this is my friend. I forgot what name she called me, but she's like, oh, this is my friend. I said, it's nice to meet you. He was like, oh, okay. And then he just walked back into the room, and I was like, don't call me no more.
Yeah, that is crazy.
After that nigga went in the room, I said, yo, do not call me no more, bro. I left it alone. Never went back. Nope.
That nigga gonna see this episode. I knew it! I knew it! But nigga was a gay. Nah, that's funny as shit. I never had. I had to run out of a house, but it was because of her parents came home. It was her father came home. It was never because of no boyfriends. That shit was scary. I was stuck in the closet for like an hour.
See, I don't like going over people's house.
And then as soon as Buddy went in the shower, that's off. I didn't get caught. I missed football practice that day.
For some cheeks. You missed one?
I wasn't supposed to miss practice, but I missed practice because I was stuck in a fucking closet for an hour.
I ain't never had to be in no damn closet, bro. Either I fake it, and I fake some shit and act like somebody completely different, Or I simply just move quietly as fuck. Because I know how to be sneaky. I had to be sneaky growing up because I had a lot of fucking siblings. So, you know, we always try and put dirt on one another. And I had to learn how to be sneaky. So I know how to move out of a situation like, okay, if this motherfucker's in the kitchen, that means I got at least 12 to 20 steps. And I can take half of them steps. Boom, don't move for a minute. If that motherfucker is back turn, I'm opening that door so fast and I'm out of there like Usain Bolt. And I'm gone. I don't care. Because by the time you even realize that somebody was in your house, I'm gone. I'm halfway down the street. Nigga, you don't even know what my face looks like. All you see is bottom of my shoes and the back of my shirt. That's it.
Real shit.
Splinter Cell.
It's just gone.
No, that's funny as shit, yo.
Really acted gay to get out the situation.
Yeah, bro.
I was dead when they said I flipped my shirt. I was like, yo.
No, I really did, bro. I had on a tank top, so it looked like I was wearing like a little crop top, some shit.
I would flip my shirt.
Little quick vibe. That's
Y'all
funny
think you
as
can't
shit.
just be regular like and just do
Well, see, at that point in time, yeah, you couldn't because I think this probably happened when I was like 20. And yeah, like everybody's like gay, whatever, that's fine, do whatever you want to do. But to my knowledge, from what I witnessed personally, most people that were on the other side, they were a little bit more flamboyant. They were more out there. Yeah. But nowadays, it's more so either you're flamboyant or you're not. Yeah. You're masculine or you're feminine. Mm-hmm. You like what you like, but you still like you're not being like too extra with it.
Yeah, you look like a regular. You look regular. You probably think they straight. They like you would think somebody straight until they tell you they gay.
Yeah, because there was a dude like in my Muay Thai class. You know, he's coolest dude ever. Like cool as shit. I had an idea that he may have been bi or something like that, but I couldn't tell. But then like the more I talked to him, the more like I heard like him like talk about certain things. I'm like, okay, so that's what's going on. Like he's still a cool dude though. He dressed like a straight man. Like he doesn't really act too feminine. But when you listen to him speak, sometimes some of his mannerisms they come off a little bit whatever. So he's not out there with it, but I know. Mm-hmm. So you know it's different nowadays. It's a lot different. But hey, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. You like
that's funny as shit, bro. Nigga was in the house. He was in the house trying to figure out like he'd listen. Nigga sound kind of strong. He's juggling them keys kind of crazy. Oh, shit. You try to hear
but I see, like,
nigga grunting a little bit.
Like when I heard the keys jingling, like it wasn't like he was trying to hurry up and bust in there because he knew what was going on. I guess the nigga was just, I don't know, maybe he had to piss or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Damn.
He just heard some little. I was like, all right.
He dropped the keys.
So did the girl tell him like, this
damn, them keys fell.
She didn't even say gay friend. She just said friend, but he seen the way that I was acting. He just put two and two together. And was like, okay,
they did improv. Yeah, they improv that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit. You hear the keys drop outside. That was about a 7 foot. That about a 6 foot fall. That nigga got tall. Oh shit.
Good thing he ain't bang on the door.
Yo,
boom, boom.
Nah, yeah. She said. He had a key there, but he didn't live there. He was just over there like almost every day.
Yeah, that's insane.
Almost every day, whenever he wasn't working or whatever. So. That shit was great though.
That's funny as shit, bro. I couldn't imagine being in that situation.
What, being another guy?
Because I would have to think about it like that. I'm like, all right, bro. He just sounded like he dropped his keys. He dropped them from about waist height. He about 4 feet from the waist, so he might 6 feet. Shit, this nigga kind of big. Like I be sitting here trying to figure it out in my head what the fuck I'm about to do.
I mean, the most crazy experience I've ever had when somebody came home, it was a married couple and they were swingers. And I was nervous going into it because I don't know how in depth their swinging relationship goes. Mm-hmm.
So when you swing, you gotta do both. Like not both, but I'm saying like, not even mean like that. But I'm saying like you gotta trade your girl.
That's called a swap. So if somebody does a wife swap, like yes, some swingers they wife swap whatever, but you only do what they want to do.
Okay, gotcha.
So now some swingers, they don't want like some people, I've seen it where the wife just wants to solely watch her husband fuck other women. That's all she wants. She don't want to join it. She wants to,
female cook.
Something like that, yeah, pretty much. And then like other people, they do a full swap, and then other people like they just do shit together all the time. Sometimes the other might sit out or whatever and just watch or whatever the case may be. But like everybody's different, every couple is different. But this couple in particular, I didn't know what to expect. She kept telling me if he comes home, it's fine. He's not gonna be mad. I'm like, yo, like, are you sure? She goes, yeah. I'm like, are you sure? And she goes, yeah. I said, all right, mind you, I was still prepared. I still made sure I had my clothes could easily come on. So if I had to get away, because that nigga just was on one that day. Like, I just had to make sure, bro. So, like, it was crazy as shit. So we get to doing everything. I'm busting up all up in my bed and everything, having a great time. She's like, yeah, fuck me in my ass. I was like, oh, shit. I said, all right, bet, say no more. I spit on that bitch. I slid that motherfucker in there. grabbing her hair, grabbing her throat, all that, having a blast. Next thing you know, all I hear is, open the door, and he was like, y'all need some water? I said,
yo, that's crazy.
I'm mid-stroke. He looked me dead in my face, was not mad, no nothing. He was like, yo, y'all need some water? I'm like, shit, I guess. Nigga left out, cracked the door open, put the water bottles on the dresser, and left. This man went down and hit to his man cave, and he just put a game on, was drinking his shit. When we got done, bitch came downstairs in the robe, wiped her face off and everything in the bathroom, went to her husband, she kissed him. She was like, hey, baby, I think I had a good time. I like him. I might want to have him come back. And he was like, all right. And me and this man really sat there in this man's little office or whatever.
Y'all play 2K or something?
No, nigga, this man brought out a whole box of fucking cigars and poured me a fucking drink. And he was like, hell, how was your experience with my wife? I said, it was great. I had a good time. He's like, is there anything you think she could do better on? Like, he was like really into what the fuck was going on. I'm like, in my mind, I'm still nervous because I'm thinking this man might switch out of nowhere and just pop cat in my ass. But it wasn't like that at all. And it was cool as shit. It was a great experience. I went over there one more time, but this time her husband was actually like in the situation. So it was like a whole like threesome situation. So, you know, she was getting hit from both ends and it was fun. And then we all went out for drinks after that. Shit was a blast.
I can't do that.
You say you can't until you try it.
No, I'm talking about the threesome part. I can't with another nigga.
Again, you say that until you try it. Most men, when they think about a threesome, most men, they think, okay, 2 women. Why is that? Because they're women. You personally think you can't have a threesome with a woman and another dude there because you thinking, oh man, this nigga dick right be all up in the way, all up in her mouth, whatever. It's a mental thing, bro. You're not there for him. He's not there for you. Both of y'all are there for that woman. Woman got 3 hoes. There's one for each of y'all. If it's a third nigga, there, hey,
down to a science.
Right. I mean, it's serious.
He's like, women got 3 hoes for a reason.
not even just for a reason, but like, bro, like if she blowing your shit and I'm cranking her from the back, why the fuck you worried about me? Get your rocks off. Do your thing.
All right, but you said the 3 holes.
Yeah, the mouth, the ass, and the coochie. So if it's 3 niggas, one nigga on bottom inside the coop, another nigga behind the bitch, dick in the ass. Another nigga, just put a pillow over your face because you don't want to see no ass above your face, and then just she gonna,
that's what I'm saying. Like
a bitch, like, you know, it may seem like it's a little
dick
custom,
over your shoulder is crazy.
But at the end of the day, I mean, when you watch porn and that's when these bitches do, and they do shit like that, them men, they not thinking about them other men. They really there for the bitch, slutting the hoe out, having the fun.
To each his own.
Yeah, a dick over my shoulder is crazy.
I ain't say over my shoulder. I'm just saying, like a bitch, like, cause look, it's not necessarily like that. Like I've seen it where dude hitting shorty from the back, whether it's in her top hole, bottom hole, whatever, and another dude on bottom hitting it, whatever, they doing their thing. Shorty just lean off to the side, and the dude standing on the side, just doing his thing. So it's all different kinds of shit. It's all different ways. It's like an art. It's like playing Twister. But you got it's like playing Twister.
Fuck Twister.
Right.
It's like playing Twister, but you just gotta find the shit that's the situations and the whatnot that's comfortable for you.
Nah, bro, that kind of sounds insane. Like I would. It's probably not for me. So to each his own.
Yeah.
The 2 guys thing, that's not for me. To each his own. But 3
is crazy.
There's balls touching here.
Ain't no balls touching mine.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like if
just
it's
imagine,
a dick in the ass and the pussy,
Right.
like, there's balls clapping there.
I just take the head.
That's what
I mean,
saying?
I've never done that situation. I'm just saying. I've seen it. Like, I've seen it online where there's a dude on the bottom, his dick in the coochie. Another dude standing up behind the shorty, his shit in her ass. Or what he'll do is he'll straddle shorty's back and just be like, some shit like that.
Dropping
so that way
dick.
his shit is not touching the other dude's shit. And then
there's no ball touches there.
Yeah, so it can be
Because
done.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
It can be done. It all depends on how flexible and how durable that one female individual is and what's comfortable to her. Because if she's not comfortable with you hitting it like that and once it goes straight in, but you're not comfortable with that because your shit never be smacking somebody else's shit, that's something that gotta be communicated. And then y'all improvise and figure some other shit out.
That's wild.
I'm a whore, bro, but I'm an honest whore, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I respect it. Respect it.
Like I don't lie to none of my bitches, none of my females. I don't lie
Swinging
to
is crazy. To allow somebody to plow your wife is crazy. I couldn't do it.
Some people, there's a lot of people that love that shit. Yo, where I live at, dog, there's a swingers club probably like 15, 20 minutes from my house.
Oh yeah, I seen.
I've never been there, but I have a membership there. Because this cougar lady that I dealt with, she bought me a membership and she bought her one, and it's for a year. And I was going to go with this other chick, but she bailed out on me, and That never happened.
It's one like out Woodlawn too.
Yeah.
It's called.
I want to go to a swingers club, but they say it's not like what people think where you walk in, people just fucking. It's almost like going to a bar lounge type situation.
Like
and there's different rooms. Like a lot of people are just socializing and whatnot. Some people might be making out, whatever. You might see a bitch getting her coochie played with in a corner, whatever. But for the most part, a lot of the really explicit sexual stuff happens in rooms. And if you're drinking a lot while you're there or whatever, and you want to stay the night, you may or may not have to pay a little bit extra, but you can have that room for you and whoever that's in your little situation, your little party, y'all can stay there in that room for the night. But it's only limited rooms.
So it's like Planet Fitness, you gotta wipe it down and shit after you're done.
I don't know. I've never been into one, but I'm pretty sure there is some kind of like cleaning protocol that you do have. Because like they're not ready to just have people just wipe it down with a wipe. No, they probably have somebody actually come in there and like fully clean that room top to bottom, you know, in between people's sessions and whatnot. But hey, I don't know. I've never been, but one day I am going to go. I'm either going to go by myself.
I heard you gotta bring a woman in. Well, for the one.
I think you can go by yourself in some clubs, but I think you have to reserve that spot because they only allow a certain amount of single individuals, like especially single men. They only allow a certain amount of single men to come in there. So, me, if I go in there, I'm not going with just one bitch. I might go with two. So I can do that. It's easy. I know I've recently been coming across a lot of females that have that are very sexually open to a lot of different shit. And I've found that with a lot of women that I've talked to over the past couple months, the more honest you are, the more turned on they are, and the more willing they want to talk to you. Because before, when I had the dynamic of the relationship that I had, I did lie to some people. I'm not gonna lie, I did lie to some women. But I'm like, you know what? The point of having an open kind of dynamic, like you got to be honest with people, with everybody, whether you fucking them or not. So I just became a lot more completely direct and open, just told the truth. I literally talked to this chick in a whole nother state. Normal conversation, everything was fine. I started complimenting her, you know, she sent me a couple little selfies, whatever. I wouldn't even try and get no nudes. But she asked me about my situation. I told her everything, told my situation, whatever. She said, damn, that's cool. Like, I really appreciate the honesty. Like, damn, like, that's turned me on, how honest you are. Like, I can appreciate that. And I start complimenting her pics. And she's like, all right, I got something better for you. Boom. That's the thing, you know, bunch of nudes, pussy, ass, coochie, all up in my damn phone. I said, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, this where honesty get you? That's the thing she knows. She's talking about, when I come out there, I'm going to fuck the shit out you. I said, oh, word? She was like, yeah, just don't shoot the club. I said, no, that's what your mouth and your ass is for.
Butts, tits, feet, hands, mouth, dick, pussy.
Yeah. See, I ain't going for that shit you niggas saying. Heard you got extorted in that hood, so who you paying? Baby want me cuff, always ask me why I'm playing. Better watch what you saying, you don't want smoke with that man. Get it on my own, won't never ask for lending hands. Just stick to the plan, that bag I bring it in. Just stick to the plan, that bag I bring it in. Just stick to the plan, that bag I bring it in. Niggas know my style, you know I'm solid. Used to want them brand new phone pods, couldn't buy it. Love it how she talking when she suck me, shit be fire. I ain't even slept in 48 hours. Told that bitch I'm tired. Asked me where I'm from, I told her ass home of the wire.
I don't got a name. What's up? Let it marinate. Baby, welcome back to the Cuzzies podcast. I'm your host, Sweet T. I don't even got no Witchacon for this today, you know what I'm saying? But to my right, Sean with a C, Sean Samuels, Sean Tate, Coal Miner Sean.
Top C.
Wait, what was the coal miner from? I don't remember.
Because he said, you women ain't working in the coal mine.
Oh,
Yeah. Like that. Grilled cheese, Sean. We're going to skip over our special guest for right now. To my right, want more life, more wins, more subscribers.
Comment, like, subscribe, and push the notification button.
More OnlyFans guests. And now to our special guest.
Don't add that to me.
No, my fault. And now to our special guest. Introduce yourself, King.
All right. My name is Ked, but IG is Count Dragula. Count_Dragula. Capital K, lowercase k. Rest of the word Count_Dragula with 2 G's.
On all platforms?
Just Instagram. My Snap is FlyGuyKed with 2 D's. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, I got Twitter, but that's for a different crowd.
Shit, introduce them. Introduce
I don't know that shit off the top of my head, so I'm gonna just have to send that to y'all. Y'all can tag it in there later or something. So
Are we supposed to be seeing this Twitter?
No,
I don't think ain't nothing
Send it
on
to Sean.
Ain't nothing on there y'all want to see.
Send it to Sean.
Send it to Sean.
Don't send it to me.
Send it to Sean.
Ain't nothing on there y'all want to see. I can tell you that. It's more so for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? So.
Send it to Sean.
Block his contact.
How y'all feeling today, man?
Shit, I'm feeling good, man.
Feeling
Glad
good,
to call the end of a work week, man. It was a long week. Some bullshit. It was a bullshit ass week.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good. I was doing. That last episode was hard for me. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because I had a fucking panic attack. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Yeah, it was the first time I ever had one.
Damn.
Before, not during.
But yeah,
Wait, before the podcast,
Yeah,
y'all,
before the podcast.
you had one?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
And then I threw up on the pod.
Damn.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear it though.
I heard it. Well, I heard it because I knew.
You could hear you get up and shut the door,
No, I heard the.
but I couldn't hear you throwing
Oh
up.
shit.
I heard that
I was
shit.
watching it yesterday, but I didn't hear it. But
I paid attention to that shit.
I used to have panic attacks real bad. I went through a workplace shooting that traumatized the shit out of me.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean was
You
there
got
too.
panic attacks from that?
Yeah, nigga.
Nigga, Sean.
I didn't. I'm like, nigga, I was there. and
first
I
of all,
didn't
hold on.
It affects everybody differently.
Bro,
Yeah.
like, it do
And I
affect
picked y'all
everybody.
up.
Facts.
I picked y'all up.
Yeah, like, it
You
was.
did?
Yeah.
So
Remember?
it was.
I picked y'all up and took y'all to the that hotel place.
Oh yeah.
What you going?
It was just weird though, cause like when I was like I was freaking out, cause I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like I knew niggas got shot, but like I didn't know exactly what was going on. If anybody else,
Yeah, because this what happened. So this what happened. So
I was worried about this motherfucker because I didn't know where he was at.
Yeah. So this how it went down. So I was working there for a
laughing
little
about
bit.
it.
Right,
It's
niggas
insane.
laugh.
Yeah, cause it don't
Nah, it's-
bother me.
That nigga was dropping bodies.
Nah, it's just crazy. Cause I was working there for a little bit. Then I got him the job up there, and so we up there chilling. But him and the other, he was like a
I was like
installer.
I was on install, but I was
Yeah.
also like I was in and out the shop.
Yeah,
so,
so
like,
he was-
sometimes I was there and sometimes.
So
I
he
wasn't.
happened to be gone on a job, and I was still at the building. And that's when the shit happened. I called and I'm like, don't come back, nigga. In here shooting.
No, that is not. That is not what he's saying.
said,
Bro.
nigga.
No, I said, cause we in the truck. You know, what's his name? Shannon, big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get a call. You know, shorty up front. She called big dude in the truck, and he like, all right, bet we on our way. So we spin back around. I'm in the back of the truck, like, oh shit, like, damn, where the fuck we going? They said we going back to the shop. We get out. Cops everywhere, shotguns, dogs, helicopter. I'm like, you got every freaking
It was
branch,
hella shit
like
out there.
every branch, even like
It
the
was
FBI,
super
like every
duper
branch
deep.
in Hartford
Emerson
County
Road?
in Maryland was
Huh?
all
This is the Emerson Road shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Y'all wanna know what's
So-
funny about that? Small world, right? My job was right in front of that fucking warehouse.
Oh,
real?
shit. Damn.
Like
Literally,
in
right.
Edgewood?
Yeah.
Damn, for real?
Yep.
Damn.
But nah,
So yours is like where our building at?
So
Yours
you-
is like across the street or something?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
crazy.
That's crazy.
So what he said is like slightly true. But when I called this nigga, I've never heard somebody in such a chaotic situation be so calm. I said, yo, what the fuck is going on? He was like, yo, D in here shooting niggas. Yo, what? And in my mind, I'm freaking out. But he is so calm. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck is this nigga so calm? This motherfucker here is just dropping motherfuckers.
Like he right next to him.
Yeah.
He's shooting niggas.
He
like
this
that.
D in here shooting niggas. And then the funny
Emerson
part
Park,
was,
right?
Huh?
Emerson Park? Was
Yeah.
it? Yep.
But then the
business I was
crazier
in.
part was later on, me and him, we looking for Rob. You know, Rob, this whole like junk dude, whatever that was there. He's cool as shit.
Yeah,
He's
Rob
always
funny as
motherfucking lit.
fuck.
Always lit. When I tell you, I said, yo, Rob, where was you at? He said, nigga, mind you, this how Rob was, cause he always drunk. He said, shit, nigga, I was in the dumpster. Nigga got warrants.
Swear to God, he did. Yeah, he told me the same shit.
Yo.
Cause Rob, he's like he old head, he like a functional alcoholic. Like, but he drinks every day.
Every
Like,
day.
I used to pick him up on the way to work, and he used to be like, "No, stop right here at the liquor store." I'm like, "They ain't even open yet. Like, we got to clock in 10 minutes." He be like, "No, I'll be up there." So he had to get his liquor, and then he'd drink it on the way to walking up the hill to work. Like, he was a functional alcoholic. But then I was like, "Yo, where you at?" He was like, "Yeah, I was in the dumpster. Nigga got warrants." I was like, "They not worried about you right now, yo."
Right.
Like, they worried about this shit.
Right.
Yo.
Like
He was
nigga
on
got
a run,
warrants.
too.
But nah, like after that, like I really did have like a little bit of like PTSD because like it was just I've never really been through nothing like that before. So like a lot of nights I wouldn't
Shit,
sleep.
me either.
A lot of nights I didn't sleep, and it's crazy because the day after that, when they came into work and let us know like we're gonna be off for a while, and we was like paying our respects and everything. I didn't drink at all that night, but because I was so in shock of what happened, it felt like I killed a whole fifth of Jack Daniels. Like I felt like I was drunk, but I wasn't because my emotions were so high. But I had panic attacks. Like I couldn't enjoy cookouts. I couldn't enjoy any type of loud festivals with my family and friends because it would just freak me the fuck out. Like loud bangs. Like to this day, if I hear like a loud bang, I'm not gonna freak out about it. But I'm gonna turn like, yo, what the fuck was that? Like look over my shoulder because I just still remember that shit happening. But after that, I had like a real like bad drinking problem for a little bit for like a couple months. Like it was like an everyday thing. I almost became like Rob, but then I snapped. Like not for real.
Rob just caught a stray.
I'm not even kidding.
Like that.
Like I can laugh about it now, but like at the time, like I can laugh about it now, but at the time, like it really fucked me up because literally I was drinking like before I got to work, on my way to work, on my way home, during work. It was bad, and nobody knew. Nobody really knew. A lot of people didn't know that I was drinking that bad. But then I finally snapped out of it because I'm like, okay, I'm starting to neglect my responsibilities. I'm starting to neglect my child. I wasn't paying attention to the shit that I needed to. So I snapped out of it and I stopped drinking for a while. And now I just, I drink with friends. I drink casually, and most of the time I drink at home. But I don't do what I was doing for those 3 months. Like it was a real fucked up headspace. Yeah. But
that's actually really crazy because I don't even think I really knew you like that yet, Sean.
Right.
And we was all right in the same vicinity.
Right.
Because I worked at a company called Sobieski, which was like right in front of that park, business park.
That's why
because wasn't the dude like on a run for a little bit or something like that?
Yeah, he was on the run.
They was telling us to stay at our job sites.
They caught him, I think, later on that night. It was like 8, 9 o'clock at night. He was walking down the street. To my knowledge, they said they caught him. He was walking down the street smoking a black, like in the middle, like walking.
He always smoked black.
Yeah,
y'all knew the nigga.
Yes.
Yeah, like we was cool. That's what I'm saying. Like because he was gone on the job. I was in the building. I'm like, I'm lucky I didn't get popped. Cause I'm lucky I was friendly with him because he could have got me because I was in my little workstation.
He was bodying niggas he ain't like.
Huh? Yeah, he was going after anybody that ever pissed him off. He didn't like you. You got on his nerves. Yeah, he was popping your ass.
Yeah, all the people he had disagreements with, he popped them. Like, but lucky I was friendly with him, and I dapped him up and said what's up to him that morning.
I did too,
literally. And then like an hour and a half later,
he don't know what I'm about to do.
Right, like he was cool. I didn't think nothing. Like it was like a regular day. And so I'm in my workstation. I got my earphones in, so that's how I'm really lucky. I got my earphones in. I would have never knew he came up behind me if he decided to come and put one in my head.
How did I get here?
Never knew.
How did I get here?
It's crazy as shit, bro. Like, cause I shook his hand before that morning too. Before I went and left out and loaded the truck, I'm like, yo, you good, bro? He was like, yeah, I'm good, bro. He shook my hand. He got his black and mild. Mind you, this man, he
used to like share black and miles and shit. Yeah, well, I ain't smoking.
He would like have like 2 packs of the black and miles. Mind you, it's like 4 in each pack. So you talking about this man smoking 8, 9 black and miles?
What y'all do at this job?
Move granite.
Yeah, move granite.
Like install granite slabs in people's houses and shit. I used to like
granite heavy as a
and
bitch.
take pictures.
Oh, it is.
We had this machine though to help though.
Them slabs weigh like what, like 1,100, 1,200 pounds sometimes. Yeah, it's some heavy ass shit. And depending on the stone, sometimes a stone can be more dense than the other one. So you might one slab might be 1,000 pounds. The next one might be 1,500, 2,000 pounds just because of the type of stone that is. Some crazy shit. It's dangerous, bro.
I used to get it from like a quarry in Turkey or some shit. The owners was like Turkish or some shit.
The one I work at now, they get a lot of their shit comes from Brazil.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's funny how we were all in the same little vicinity, but it didn't affect me because I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not there. I don't give a fuck. I didn't really
should care, man, because he went after he shot the people at our job. He went
to his old job and shot his old boss.
But he
dead
missed
in the chest. He got him. He missed the heart, but he did start shooting him in the chest.
Oh, okay.
Where was that job?
That
was in Delaware. So this nigga, he switched cars in the process too.
Yeah.
So this man was in Edgewood, bop, got them 5 people, drove to his job.
Oh, he killed 5.
He shot 5.
No, he shot
3
6.
died, 2 survived.
No, he shot 6.
Well, total,
He shot 6. 3 died. The rest lived. Yeah. So that's crazy. And everybody at our job that he shot them all in the head.
Yeah.
Damn. One of the guys that survived being shot in the head, I actually saw him at my daughter's back to school.
Well, I ain't never seen him again. I still be seeing some of the guys. They still work at the same place.
Yeah, I think so.
They still work there?
No, he wasn't paralyzed or nothing. Like he was just sitting here like me and you. Like he just talking and everything, but you could see the scar on his head where he got shot.
Yeah.
He said it took him a while to get back, but like he good now. I said, shit, God bless you, bro.
Yeah.
I could never be insane after that. Like this man was really in there, for his kid. I'm pretty sure he probably still got some mental things, but he's really just in there, like just normal as can be. I'm like, damn, just the thing. This a few years ago. So shit was nuts.
I remember before the pod started. Remember, I was like, if you was comfortable talking about anything, I was talking about that.
Yeah, no way.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about
it. If this was a couple years earlier when y'all had this pod, I probably wouldn't talk about it. But
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's been enough time.
Like
so.
it's crazy how it affects different people. Like you were in the mix and it didn't affect you. It affected him greatly. He wasn't there, but he was. He had people that he knew involved. And then for me, I didn't really give a fuck about nobody at my job, and I never really like. So the only time I ever had to go to my job was like every so many weeks because we were working on construction sites. So like if I went in there, it was just to pick up a material, maybe 5 a.m. So when they said niggas was shooting over there, I'm like, damn. And then it just kept on going with my day. Like because I didn't stop work. Like I had to keep working.
Usually I wouldn't worry about nothing like that, but it's just because, like I said, like I was worried about people there that I cared about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like my other homeboy, like Jarvin, I was worried about him, and then I was worried about him because I've known Sean since like first grade. So of course, I'm like, damn, like make sure my nigga good for real. So
absolutely, I can understand that.
Shit was wicked.
It was
That's crazy how it didn't really affect me.
How it can affect different people.
And I was actually there.
I think it's crazy that we were all three of us were in the vicinity.
Yeah. I literally saw the bodies before the police came and shit. I saw the bodies and shit, and pools of blood and shit.
Yeah.
No, he was already gone.
Oh, he was already.
He was like, "Yo, they got our cars locked up in the Witchcom. Can you scoop me?" I was like, "All right." Yeah.
I seen the blood stains the next day after they cleaned everything up. I seen the blood stains on the ground when we
Did
went
you
in
keep
there
working
to pay
there?
our respects.
Huh?
You kept working there?
Fuck no, I went.
No, they fired me like after.
You got fired?
Yeah, they fired me like a month after, bro.
Yeah, I did not. I stopped going back.
And he was like, I said, and mind you, I was there every day, and I was working late every day. Like I would go in, clock in at like 7:00, 7:30. Sometimes I wouldn't leave out that bitch till like 8, 9 o'clock at night because they always behind and shit. So I was working late all the time. So I never like called out or nothing like that. A couple of times I was late, but that don't mean shit. I was there for like a whole year. And he was like, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna take you into 2018, whatever." And I was like, "Why?"
Damn,
I was
niggas left you in 2018.
Yeah, whatever, something like whatever year it was at the time. And I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "It's just, I don't know. It's just not working out." And I'm like, "It don't make no sense. I mean, I do what I'm supposed to do." But I mean, I wasn't tripping. Maybe he was high and just didn't give a fuck because that was the boss that was always, you know what I'm talking about, curly head dude.
Yeah.
He was always high. Like this dude came in, coke residue in his nose, eyes bloodshot one time, coffee in his hand, smelled like straight booze. Yo, he walked over to me. He was like, "Good morning, Captain." I said, "What the fuck? What's wrong with this nigga?"
It was like some Russian, Turkish.
Yeah, he was off
Yeah,
some
them
shit.
motherfuckers was wicked.
They was wild as hell. They some wild folks.
Yeah.
Wild folks.
Yeah,
Always
that's pretty
smelled
crazy.
like weed when we had to drive that shit and go drop off like a wine cabinet. Shit always smelled like weed. Always.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. They were some wild folks to work with.
Hell yeah.
And there was always some drama up in there too.
Niggas is getting out the mud. That's funny as
crazy,
shit.
though.
That's crazy.
And you know the funniest part though? Well, not that that's a funny situation, but I don't know if you've seen this, but the next day the news cameras got Rob trying to go to work the very next day. Like not a couple days later, the very next day after the shooting, the news cameras see him walking up trying to go to work. He knocking on the door like, "We ain't open."
Just right.
Did y'all get paid while y'all was off?
They paid us for a week.
Yeah, one.
They paid us for 1 week that we was off, but they didn't. After that, like whoever didn't come back to work, they didn't get paid.
Yeah.
For it.
Wait, y'all wasn't closed for long.
Nah,
not that
we was
long,
only
like
closed
a
for like a month, something.
Not
like
even. I think like a week and a half.
that. Something like that.
I stopped going. When they called us back, I was like, I'm not.
Them
coming
niggas ain't
back.
call me
Like,
back.
I
They
come
said
pick
we're
up my
not taking
check.
you into the new year. I was like, all right.
Was that
fuck
job that stressful?
Huh?
Was it that stressful?
It was just. I'm
could
not about
be.
to go like a shoot.
No,
just happened, like-
no. I'm talking about the job. Like, was it that stressful?
Oh no, we was geeking
What-
everybody.
was him shooting it up?
Chilling, doing whatever. What can they do? Like,
No, as far as him, like that's stressful for him to be.
Oh,
like,
I know the backstory to it because where I work at now, the guy was actually very close friends with him. The guy that did the whole situation.
well, let's see if we got the same story. The story I got is he did that shit because it was a bunch of Hispanic people there, and so I don't know if he knew Spanish and they just didn't know or whatever, but they would always say shit and be laughing and shit, and they didn't know he understood the shit, so they would always be joking and saying shit in Spanish and laughing, talking about him, and then one day he just got fed up with that shit, and he would get in like little altercations with him, like, "Yo, like you do your shit, stay over the bed your side, I'm gonna do my shit," and I guess he just got angry at that shit.
so he never let them know that he knew Spanish.
Nah.
No, he understood Spanish. He understood it. He couldn't speak it, but he understood it. But the thing was, it was an ongoing problem of them always cracking jokes and all stuff. He wasn't there to goof around, especially if he didn't fuck with you like that. He wasn't there to goof around. He was there to get his work.
He was a straight ass guy.
Get the fuck in and get the fuck out, and that's it.
Like I barely ever even seen him smile or laugh.
Yeah,
he
like,
was a
for
straight
real.
guy. He's
I think
that
he-
you
I
up,
think
say
only-
what's up.
I think I only made that nigga laugh like one time. because I was just telling like a funny ass story. I think that was only made him laugh one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. So
like he had already did time and shit, so he was just there at work and get some money, like under the table job, because that's how all the shit was under the table. Because like all the people that got working there, I don't work there no more. So I don't give a fuck. They all Hispanics. They all illegal Hispanics. So like that's why they all still work there now, because they ain't got too many job options. So but they all
niggas that got shot was Hispanics.
Huh?
He shot a bunch of Hispanics.
Yeah. Besides the one dude, the one dude was Russian. What's his name? Start with an E, I think. I don't know.
He survived?
Ennis.
Ennis. I think he was Turkish or Russian.
Something like that.
He was Russian.
But he spoke Spanish too, because he was always speaking with the Spanish guys.
But yeah, that's pretty much, long story short, it was that. So the other shop, he was at the other shop, the one I'm at now, he was actually there first before he went to the other one. And apparently it was the same situation. I guess one of the guys didn't like him, and they was always like cracking jokes on him and stuff. He told him to stop, and he didn't. So then I guess he started picking on the other dude. So the guy that I know where I work at now, he was like, yo, next time you go in the bathroom, you want to handle your shit, I'll let you know when he goes to the bathroom. So the dude went to the bathroom later on that day. He looks up at the dude that looks, we're going to call him D. He looked up at D. He go to the bathroom, crack him in the shit, leave him there. And then they started talking about it, raving about it, whatever. And then he just eventually left that day. So he left the shop thinking that, okay, now I'm at a different shop. Motherfuckers gonna leave me alone because they know I'm not fucking around. No. He goes to this shop. They tell their friends about it and everything else in between. So now because he knocked one of their peoples out, now they gonna do everything they can to piss him off and get him fired. But it backfired on him. Instead of him getting fired, that nigga did the backfiring. So that's It was a very continuous, stretched out situation that went from one place to another, and the nigga got sick of it and just put an end to it right there and said, "Fuck, I don't care. All y'all niggas dying."
Knocked the nigga out, then iced a couple niggas.
But see, that's why like my mom always told me growing up, like it don't matter who you know or what you going through, what anybody's going through. Always be nice and be chill to people, because you never know. The minute that you being nice to somebody that one day and they decide to snap, that could save your fucking life.
Or it could stop them from doing whatever they was gonna do.
True,
you never know.
That's it.
Oh, I just remembered. You almost got me killed, nigga.
How?
Yeah, he almost got me killed, yo.
Nigga phone rung.
I just remember the time. Somebody said
his phone rung.
Like, I'm talking about by yo. Like I could have been one of the ones he killed because of you.
Wait, what? How
Because I told you something about that. One of the managers said about him, right? And I was like, because since you work over there near him, I was like, go let him know so he'll have a heads up, so in case they want to fire him soon or something. So like, let him know so he'll have a heads up. And I was like, don't tell who I told you. And I was like, just say you heard the shit. And you go over there and you tell him, yo, Sean said that.
I did, yo. I don't remember that.
Yeah, because I was up in the office. I used to have, with my job, I had to just go up to the office sometimes, so I would hear some shit. So I said, I was telling you so you can let him know, since you work near him, but that they like on some shit. And you go up there and say, yo, Sean told me that they might be looking to get rid of you soon. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck? And so he came to me and said, he was like, don't talk about my work situation. Like if they got something, they let them come to me talk directly. Like don't be talking about how I'm doing my work.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember that shit.
I don't.
You almost got me killed.
My bad, G. But I really don't remember that though. Like I don't remember that, because I hardly ever spope to him. So damn, my fault.
Sean with us.
My fault.
Sean with it.
Bust a cap in his head.
My
Sean
fault.
with an E.
Damn, my fault.
E
Shit.
stand for the N.
Damn, my bad, cuz
Sean's in.
It would have been no Cuzzy. That's crazy.
Shit. Man, I don't remember that. That's crazy. Damn, my fault, bro.
Damn.
Got his ass. That's crazy.
Shit.
Does men's mental health get
Shit, apparently not.
discussed enough?
Apparently
Wait,
not.
does
Say that one more time.
Is it
Wait, 'cause
discussed
you
or
just jumped
discredited?
it all up.
Is it discussed? I can't see.
Yeah.
Does men's mental health get the recognition it should?
Oh,
What you think?
nah.
Nope.
Cause we just talked about it just now. Like
Right.
things we go through, things that happen. Nobody ever knows. Nobody ever knows what some. Or it could be at the same time. It could be us as men hiding it. So
Yeah. I mean, I feel that it absolutely does not get the recognition that it should. Now, granted, more and more almost every day, every week, I see a little bit more people kind of giving it awareness or some kind of recognition. But why has it taken this long? Because you got to think, there's a lot of men out there who go through different things, and nobody even knows what the fuck's going on. You could have the same motherfucker show up all day, every day to work, smile in your face, crack jokes with you, break bread. Every time when that nigga leave work, he get in his car, he crying on the way home, or he balling the fuck out, or he spazzing the fuck out in his car because he's going through shit that nobody else knows because nobody's checking on him. Mm-hmm. The people that get checked on the most to see if they're doing okay, women, kids, and the elderly. The elderly get checked on the most because they got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like that's the truth. Yeah. Especially the people who are elderly and they're pretty much vegetables. Like they can't do much. They getting fed, they getting their diapers changed, whatever. You know, they constantly getting checked on because literally at any minute, any second, they shit done and they're gone. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just
you can fall and die.
I'm just
they shit done.
I'm being brutally honest. Like I'm being brutally honest. Like I don't sugarcoat shit for nobody. Right. I'm not about to say, oh yeah, like yeah, they about to pass. No, we know they about to pass. Yeah, they shit done. I'm sorry, they gone. And it's sad and it's fucked up. But that's the sad reality of it. People check on elderly because they know that they don't have much time left. So they're going to check on them more and more because they know at any moment, bro, you could be biting a sandwich. Next thing you know, say it.
They gone.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm serious. Like, you could be enjoying a meal and they gone. You know, and then...
They could be watching TV, then the TV watching them.
Yup. And then, like you said, kids, you know, everybody checks on kids because kids are sponges. They absorb a lot of information. So you're going to check on kids more because one day your child could be acting completely normal. And the next day, your kid see or hear something at school. And that's the, you know, your kid coming home acting buck the fuck wild and you don't even know why. So you got to check on your kids. You got to talk to them more and make sure that they're okay. Make sure, hey, is there anything that you're going through, anything at school, anything that's going on at such and such house that I need to know about so, you know, you can monitor their behavior and see how they feel and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And then women, obviously, they're checked on more because women are emotional beings. They are 100 times more sensitive than most individuals. They're emotional beings. That's just how they operate. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're just very sensitive people. But for a man, some of us are born more sensitive than others, which is fine. But name how many times growing up you heard, oh, just suck that shit up, you a man, you be all right. That's a toxic learned behavior, to just suck shit up and just walk it off like it's nothing. And then you got a lot of dudes walking around angry all the time. They can't hold a job. They can't do nothing because they got so many mental battles that they dealing with, so they just can't hold themselves together. They're always drunk, always high, always fighting, finding something to fill that void of what they're already feeling and kind of replace that negative, dark, heavy feeling with something else. And they just be fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I'd say it's almost like a issue that also men themselves bring upon themselves because of like what you're saying about dudes always saying like, hey, toughen up or stop acting like a girl and shit like that whenever you're showing some type of emotion. Mm-hmm. So I think in order to kind of alleviate that, one, therapy is always a good thing to do if you can or you're willing to go. If not, then like, you know, you got a good group of friends that you can just fucking kick it with. And a lot of times, I know sometimes I'll do it. Like if I'm going through some shit, I might crack jokes about it, but being able to talk about it out loud will make things better for me. Yeah. So yeah, it can pull a lot of people off of the proverbial cliff. So, yeah, I agree. I don't think it's discussed enough, but it absolutely should be. Yeah. And if it's not going to be discussed globally, then we need to take it upon ourselves to find people that we can discuss it with. That's
true, 100%. Because like I may not check on all of my homies as much as I should. I can admit that. That's a fault of mine. I may not check on the ones that I should check on, but the ones that I talk to the most, I hang out with the most, every couple of weeks, whatever, you know, I may say, hey, like, what's going on? How you feeling? Or, hey, let's go hang out. And then when we link up, we talk, like, hey, like, what's going on? You know, how you feeling? I just found out the other day, one of my homeboys live out in Virginia. I talk to him every couple months. He's a busy dude. He drives trucks. And I felt bad because I didn't even know that what just happened to him had happened because of the simple fact that I did not check in like I used to. This man was robbed, got shot, and had to get one of his toes amputated. Yeah, it's just a toe, but it's the fact that this man went through like a fucked up situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know it sounds funny. Like I know it sounds funny. It's just a toe, but at the end of the day, that man has a kid, and he got a business that he runs. He got lucky that it was just a toe.
Standing on all 10. 10 toes down.
Hey, yo, I wasn't even going to laugh at first. Like, it wasn't funny until I seen him turn his head out the corner of my eye. I knew he was laughing.
Like, it's fucked up, but at the same time, that could have been his life. Yeah. It couldn't have been his toe. What if the dude shot him right in his chest and got him in his heart, or got him in his head? Now his kid would have been without a father. Mm-hmm. And that's like, even though, like I said, like it was serious, but not that serious. It's still a fucked up situation. And like, I don't know how he's going through it mentally. He seems okay. Yeah. But like, who did he call besides the police when that shit happened? Did he have anybody to call? Like, if I called, would he probably like, okay, like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but like, is there anything you can do to like help me out? Like, get somebody to go get my son or whatever. Like, even though I'm all the way over here, I would have tried to.
Yeah, absolutely. Least, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So,
because it can make you feel bad because, you know, you didn't. Obviously, you didn't know, but it can also still put you in a position where you like, God, like if I would have talked to him or checked on him a little bit more often, and that's like what they call that, survivor's guilt, right?
Yeah, I think so, something like that.
And I'm not sure if that's the right term to use in that situation, but yeah, absolutely, you can start feeling bad about, you know, what you could have done or should have done. Mm-hmm. So it's always best, and I always say, I try my best not, and obviously I will say it, but I try my best not to say like, hey, if you ever need me, just hit me up. I just ask, like talk to people. Like a lot of times, like us three, sometimes when we just recording, like it'll be days where we just sit here and chat, maybe before or after the pod, but we talk about all kinds of shit, whether it be girls we interested in, or shit we going through, shit we want to do for the pod, goals we got, jobs, anything. We talk about all kinds of shit. And it's just like necessary. Like it'll be just kind of a fucking weight off our chest. Like some days I got shit that I'm going through that's just frustrating the fuck out of me. Or maybe I'm, you know, in dealings with a woman and she's getting on my fucking nerves and I got to talk to them and find out whether I'm right or wrong. You feel me? So it's necessary, bro, to have somebody, whether it be boy, girl, child, anybody, like to have somebody that you can talk to, because life is fucking difficult to go through by yourself. And having somebody, or if you don't even want to talk to nobody, writing it down helps. Like just anything in order to get this shit off your chest so that you're not fucking building up, because eventually you're going to implode.
Yeah, you are. And I actually had a moment where like I broke down at one point in time. Like emotionally, I broke down really bad when I was living in Maine, when I was with my daughter's mom. Damn. After me and her had split up, we weren't dealing with each other, you know, just co-parent or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was still up in Maine by myself for another 6 months before I came home. When her mom was at work, I had my daughter. We chilled in the house all day. Sometimes I'd take a nice little walk on the beach, whatever. You know, go wherever, do anything. Mm-hmm. Take her to the mall, just walk around. Mind you, my daughter, she can't speak. But every time there's a song, it's by Big Boogie, and I forgot the name of the song. But in the song, he says, I just vent to my daughter because she's the only one that listens. When he said that, that reminded me of a time where I had no friends, no family, no nothing up there when I was in Maine. A lot of times when I would call home, call my friends, call my siblings, nobody was answering the phone. You know who answered? Some of my hoes that I still had back home. Like, it's funny. It's funny, but it's also fucked up. The people that you want to talk to, your family, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your cousin. Now, granted, they all had their lives going on, and I'm in a whole nother state, so I couldn't expect them to always be there for me. But when I was having these mental, emotional, like, episodes where I was like, because I'm feeling so alone, I wanted to call them. Nobody answered the phone.
You want to talk to your hoes?
No, I didn't want to talk to them, but they was the only people I could talk to. Otherwise, and if I wasn't talking to them, I'm literally sitting in my room changing my daughter's diaper. I'm like, hey, baby, look, this has been a messed up day. Let me tell you about this shit. Literally, I'm venting to my child who can't even comprehend what the hell I'm telling her. Yep. But at least it's somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Like just having somebody, even whether it's a child, dog, person, like you said, anybody. Having anybody, just one soul that's sitting there listening to you while you're talking about what you're going through, what you're feeling, it changes a lot about how you feel and how you continue to carry yourself on.
Yep. That was actually a really good way to transition into probably would be in our last topic, what would be like what's an album, a song, or anything along those lines that was like integral part of your growth as a person?
God damn.
Oh.
Right.
Shit.
Shit, integral to my growth.
Don't have to be only that. Just a song that was important to you, whatever reason may be. Just a song that's important to you.
I ain't gonna lie, it was No Tomorrow by Chief Keef, because it was this girl in high school. She played me. I had a number and all that. I was trying to set everything up. She played me. So every time I used to walk past, I used to bump that shit. Felt like the man.
No, for real though. But that shit probably was putting you. That shit probably was getting you through whatever bullshit you thought. You know what I'm saying?
Like the man.
Whatever small ass situation you thought you was going through at the time.
Cause you know how you wasn't hugging joints because they was but she like one moment she was like, why he? Then I had to I bit the bullet and hugged her and shit. It was cool, but
I can't remember the name of the song, but I know the artist. That's all I can remember. Mm-hmm. But I have the jingle in my head a little bit, like bits and pieces of it. But it was a Mac Miller song.
Okay.
And around that point in time, I was listening to Mac Miller a lot. And I was having a lot of pressure from family, from work, stuff like that. And I was always just like super stressed out. And on top of that, then a little bit after that, becoming a dad and everything, there was just a lot of pressure on me from the world and stuff. So I started listening to Mac Miller. And aside from being a father, I just started, you know what? I'm not worried about nobody else. Mm-hmm. Fuck everybody else. What they want, what makes them happy, all that other shit. Live to make myself happy. Do what I enjoy doing. Don't just live a life just to live it. Mm-hmm. Live a fulfilling life. And just enjoy everything. Enjoy the people you're around. Okay, that's fine. Little Tisha, little Day are cool. They go into this little situation with you. You probably never see them for the next 5-6 years. That's fine. But I enjoyed my time with them while they was there. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the situation we was in. I enjoyed all the fun and the experiments and all that other shit that that happened in that point in time. Enjoy what the fuck you can while it's here, and then just reminisce on it later on. Yep. You never know. You might get another opportunity with them people or them situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just take time for real.
You got any, Sean?
I say mine is "Let Nas Down" by J. Cole. Mm-hmm. Cause that whole song is just about like had some work. He had a piece of work that he loved, mm-hmm. that his favorite person in the world didn't fuck with.
Yeah,
and he had to just overcome that. Like at the end of the day, I like that shit. I'm putting it out.
Yeah, I can feel that. That's definitely. I never thought about that song in that way, but absolutely, because essentially the whole song is about like not getting the approval that you want from the person that you. That approval means the most from. Yeah.
Shit. Speaking on that, I just seen a little clip the other day. So what's his name? Stan Lee. He was talking about that same shit when he came out with the idea for Spider-Man. A lot of people clowned him. They didn't approve it, mm-hmm. and eventually he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it anyway. Comes out with the little comic, whatever. It gets all this attention. Now the same people that was disapproving him, like, yo, you won't believe it, man. They're loving Spider-Man, blah, 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 blah. Like, a superhero isn't a teenager. A superhero doesn't have problems and all this other crazy stuff. They seen the idea for Spider-Man. They seen the concept, all that stuff. They start eating that shit up. And then now he's making millions off of it. Yep. Years and years later, he's still making hell
past his
off
past.
Of Spider-Man.
He passed, and he's gonna still make money off of it.
Gone.
Yeah, I know he's gone, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even to this day,
he's making money in his grave.
That nobody wanted to do with. He said, "Fuck it, I'm doing it anyway." Yep. Still one of the biggest.
Because the world is pessimistic.
Yeah, it is. It's fucked up.
Yep. It's mine probably would be "Hey Mama" by Kanye West. It was the Grammy version though, not the little beat bop hippie hop shit. My mom passed away, so like, and it kind of, I didn't want to really talk about Kanye West as a whole, but it kind of breaks my heart watching the whole chaos he's going through and everything he got going on. Because like at one point in my life when I was younger, like that was the only person I could relate to when my mom passing away. So like listening to him talk about his story with his mom and all the shit that he remembers, pretty much reminiscing and shit like that, it would help me out. Like whenever I was deep in thought about my mom and shit like that. So watching that shit that he got going on now is something different. So that'd be mine for sure. I got a couple other ones. I got some more light ones. Like remember what I used to play all the time? The Pretty Flacco. Remember I used to crank the shit out of that song. I used to play that. That was about A$AP Rocky. I don't know what it was about that song, but that shit used to blast in them gummies. Y'all remember gummy headphones?
Yeah.
I used to steal the shit out them out of Walmart.
They couldn't fit in my ears.
For real?
I hated them little joints.
Wait, you said the gummy headphones or the skull candy joints?
Same shit.
Oh, all right.
I think they were made by the same brand, but yeah. Yeah, them shits.
I ain't like them.
I used to steal the shit out them bitches out of Walmart. But they used to crank them bitches.
I used to get the Sonys.
It was weird though. Like, I mean, nowadays I don't care about people, but when I was younger, all I cared was that everybody else could hear my music in my headphones. Like, it had to be loud as shit. Like, niggas had to hear what I'm bumping. So they like, you get that approval, that nod, like, yeah, that shit crank.
Shit.
That shit crazy.
What's the one song that you, anytime, like when you like first started going out, especially like predominantly when you turned 21, what's the one song that you always put on going out on a Friday night? And whether it could be, it don't matter if it was a song that was violent, whatever. Is it that song just got you pumped to just turn up for the whole night, whole weekend? What song was your turn up song?
What year was that? I didn't know the year. When was that?
When you was 21?
Yeah.
26. What's that, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
20.
Something like that, yeah.
What that put you
at?
at? 15, 16?
Yeah. I think, no.
Nah, that should be like
18?
2018.
2018?
Something like that.
2018. I don't know.
I think I was bumping Pumper heavy.
I can't think of the year, but Geronimo by Saw Baby, that was my shit. That shit used to crank. It was a couple songs. 2018.
I don't know.
I had to look for sure.
I think 2018, that was the T Pumper years. I was just bumping T Pump. I mean, not T Pump, bumping B Pump. Yeah.
Shit. When I was like 21, I was going out on a Friday night after I done came home from a long day of work and I'm ready to go out and slide out. I don't know why, but for some reason, T Grizzly, first day out, that was my shit.
Yeah, T Grizzly was
I don't know why, but just something about that song just got me hyped. You see me at the traffic, like I'm in that shit talking my shit. I'm all over the place. I'm having a ball. I'm turning the fuck up.
Yeah, I used to bump. I'm looking at my joint now. That was
my shit.
That was back
T Grizzly,
when
first day out. That was my shit. I would have my speakers all the way up, sunroof open, windows down. I
don't know what I was doing 2018.
Every single morning, before I left for work, I listened to Grinding by Wife and Lucci. Every single morning. It was something about it. Just felt like it was like my coffee. Like it just made me like, give me some motivation to go throughout the rest of the day, whether I wanted to work that day or not. 2018 was when I was working my ass off too. I was working fucking slave jobs. Wasn't making nowhere near enough money to be fucking working at that job like I was. 2018 was a crazy year though.
Yeah, it was.
I think 18, ain't that when, that's when Astro World dropped, ain't it?
Well, who?
I think Astro World dropped that, yeah, Travis Scott.
Oh, you know what? No, that was 2019. I'm bugging. The Baby was already out.
What, 2019?
No, I can't even think of it.
I just followed it. Pause. I mean, that stink.
And on that note, that'll be the end of the Cuzzies podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in for another week. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share with at least one friend. Tag us on Instagram. I'm Sean with a C because I always pull from 3. To my left, you got Sweet Tea.
Regular Sweet Tea.
Just Sweet Tea.
Unsweet.
Count Dracula.
Check his Twitter, ladies. Check his Twitter.
Sean gonna put y'all on.
To my right, you got Want More.
Push the notifications button, man.
More notifications, more life, more
More
subscribers.
notifications. More OnlyFans guests.
More OnlyFans, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Peace out.
That bag, I bring it in. My style, you know I'm solid. Used to want them brand new phone pods, couldn't buy it. Love it how she talking when she suck me, shit be fire. I ain't even slept in 48 hours. Told that bitch I'm tired. Asked me where I'm from, I told her ass home of the wire.